We're now joined by Jacqueline Mroz, who's director of Succeed Together's Montclair Literary Festival and program director of Succeed Together. Good to see you, Jacqueline.
Thank you for having me.
Let everyone know what Succeed Together is all about.
So it is a nonprofit based in Montclair, but we serve the greater community. And we provide free educational services for underserved children and their families.
How'd you get involved?
My son was a volunteer tutor when he was in high school. So that's how I learned about it.
That's awesome. And the literary festival, it's just, I was talking to our good friend, Don Lemon from CNN, who actually, check out our website, steveadubato.org. You'll see the interview with him. He was together with our other good friend, Joy Reid of MSNBC. Joy interviewed Don about his book, This is the Fire, What I Say to My Friends About Racism. And I know that the literary festival had both of them. That had to be huge.
It was amazing, yeah. And John was a little bit late. And so Joy was just talking about the book, and she's amazing. I mean, they were just incredible together.
Yeah, let me ask you this. How do you select, because I also saw an email coming through, because I'm on the e-list, the digital list, that Salman Rushdie's coming in June 22nd. This may be seen before and or after. How do you decide the authors who you select to come in and participate?
Well, we've been trying to get Salman Rushdie for the past 2 years. So we were thrilled that he could finally come. He has a new book out. So, we just look at who has books coming out that we're interested in, that would be interesting to our audience. We just did an amazing talk with Richard Thompson, who lives in Montclair now, on his memoir. And we had Elvis Costello doing the talk with him.
I saw that.
That was, yeah.
Let me ask you something. We just actually had a segment on from the head of the Montclair Art Museum. And this is not a show about Montclair. We're seeing New Jersey and many other states. What do you think it is about our town of Montclair that so many authors, I happen to be not one of great note like so many others, why do we have so many people involved in the literary field here? What do you think it is?
I think it is an amazing town, and we're really close to New York City, and we're on the train line. So, and then it's kind of like a lot of places where, a couple people move and then they bring their friends and then they tell the other people about it. So we have a line from like Brooklyn to Montclair with all the authors coming.
I know, I've picked that up. Hey, what's happening in October?
So we've moved our festival to October. We're making it a hybrid, but we're actually hoping to make it mostly in person. We're going to get a big tent and put it outside the church where we have it. And we'll try.
Is that the church across the street from the library?
Yeah, the First Congregational Church. Yeah.
Yep.
And we'll try and do most of the events outside, but we already have, and then we'll have some inside if it's considered safe. And we'll be socially distant, but I think everyone is very excited to be in person again. So
that's a big deal, though. It's a big deal to bring people together to talk about books, to talk about the whole concept of the role of books in our lives. Someone was saying the other day, my wife and I have this debate all the time because I'm a hardcover book guy. Like, I like books. And she's constantly on her pad reading, and that's fine, however you choose to read. I have this obsession in thinking that, particularly during the pandemic, Jacqueline, people felt more of a connection to books than they have in a long time. Is that just me?
No, I think that's true. Book sales definitely went up. And right after the lockdown, we were supposed to have our festival last March. We actually canceled it, I think like a week before, because that's when everything shut down last year. And we pivoted, we went online, and people were just like all through the spring and early summer, we moved all of our events online. We had like Nicholas Kristof, Bill Buford. I mean, it was amazing. And people were just so grateful to have something to do that was interesting.
Sure. But Jacqueline, how do they online? I'm curious about this. I do a lot of seminars online. Obviously, we're doing this digitally. How did people participate online. Did the authors see the other people? Were they just, how do they engage back and forth?
We do our events. We've been using Crowdcast, and it has a chat function. And so we also had Colin McCann, who did a talk with Garth Rose-Kalberg, and they did like a little pre-event where people could actually like come on and go on and see them face to face and talk to them. But the chat function is great because everyone's like, I mean, we had people coming from all over the world. It was amazing. So
it's funny. It's based in Montclair, but people participate around the region. I know in October you're having a lot of New York-based authors as well. It's a worldwide event. It's Jacqueline Mroz is director of Succeed Together, the Montclair Literary Festival program director. Succeed Together. They're going to be doing it October 2nd, 2021. A huge event. Jacqueline, I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me on.
It's great having you. I'm Steve Adubato. Make sure you catch us tomorrow night.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation. Funding has been provided by the New Jersey Education Association, Bank of America, Summit Health, Johnson & Johnson, MD Advantage Insurance Company, New Jersey Sharing Network, Fedway Associates, Inc., the Adler Aphasia Center, and by the Fidelco Group. Promotional support provided by NorthJersey.com and Local IQ, part of the USA Today network, and by BestOfNJ.com.
Hi, I'm Joe Roth. In New Jersey, there are nearly 4,000 residents in need of a life-saving organ transplant, and one person dies every 3 days waiting for this gift of life. One organ and tissue donor can save 8 lives and enhance the lives of over 75 people. You have the power to make a difference and give hope. For information or to become an organ and tissue donor, visit www.njsharingnetwork.org and be sure to talk with your family and friends about this life-saving decision.